I was brushing my teeth when I saw it. A photo. On Instagram. Posted by someone I didn't follow. I didn't even know how I got to it. Maybe I tapped something by accident, or maybe life wanted me to see it. But there it was. My husband. In her bed. Not just lying there. Smiling. Shirtless. Holding her hand over the covers. The caption said, "Sundays are softer with you." My name is Lara. I'm 34 years old. I live in a quiet town in Ohio with my 6-year-old daughter, Amelia. I never thought this would be my life. I didn't grow up dreaming of fairy tales, but I did hope for someone who wouldn't lie to me. Someone who would mean what he said. Tom was that person, or at least I believed he was. He was calm, kind, the type who didn't yell when angry. I thought that meant safety. I thought it meant love. We met at a friend's barbecue when I was 26. I remember how he helped my niece clean ketchup off her dress and made her laugh. That moment stayed in my head for weeks. So when he asked for my number, I didn't hesitate. He told me he was in marketing, often traveled for work. Chicago, Boston, sometimes New York. I never questioned it. Why would I? He brought me magnets from airports, tiny soaps from hotels. He'd even text photos from his flights. Boring view again, he'd joke. So when he told me last weekend that he'd be flying to Dallas for 4 days, I kissed him goodbye at the door and reminded him not to forget his charger. He smiled and said, "I'll call you tonight after the meeting." He never did. But I didn't panic. He sometimes got tired or busy. I made dinner, helped Amelia with her reading, and fell asleep on the couch. The next morning, I woke up with a weird feeling. Not fear. Just off. That's when I checked Instagram. Not even mine. I clicked a tag from an old photo, scrolled through someone's account, maybe a model, maybe a friend of a friend. And I saw them. Him. Her. Together. My stomach dropped so fast I had to sit down. I zoomed in, hoping I was wrong. But no. That scar on his shoulder? I knew it. He got it when we went camping 3 years ago and he tripped on a tree root. He laughed it off. I didn't. I saved the photo. My hands were shaking. I didn't cry. Not yet. I just sat there. Still. Later that day, I showed it to my best friend, Mari. She looked at it for a long time, then whispered, "Lara, do you know who she is?" I didn't. "She's not random," Mari said. "She used to work at his office." That's when everything started breaking in me. I called him that night. He picked up. "Hey, babe," he said, like nothing was wrong. I kept my voice low. "How's Dallas?" He hesitated. Just for a second. "Fine." "Hot." "You're not in Dallas, Tom." Silence. "You're in her bed," I said. "I saw the photo." More silence. Then a sigh. "I didn't mean for you to find out like this." Those words. They hit like knives. Not "I'm sorry." Not "it's not what you think." Just that. I think I stopped breathing. For a few seconds, everything inside me just froze. "I trusted you," I whispered. "You didn't have to lie." I would have still stayed, if you had told me the truth. But not like this. Not behind my back. He didn't say anything. "I loved you," I said. Still nothing. I hung up. That night, I didn't sleep. I lay on the floor of the living room, listening to the clock tick. Every sound felt louder than my heartbeat. I didn't cry in front of Amelia. But when she went to school the next day, I broke. I screamed into a towel. I curled up in the laundry room, next to the detergent, like being near something clean would make me feel less dirty. I remembered things that now made sense. The time he said he missed his flight and came back 2 days later than planned. The way he avoided looking me in the eye sometimes when I asked about his work trips. The scent on his clothes that wasn't mine. I told Mari everything. She hugged me for a long time and said something that still sticks in my mind. "You weren't stupid. You were loyal. That's not your shame." It took me 3 days to tell Amelia he wasn't coming home. She asked if Daddy was still on his trip. I said yes. But it's a different kind of trip now. One that might last a long time. I don't know what she understood, but she nodded, then gave me her stuffed bear and said, "You can borrow him tonight." God, that hurt more than anything Tom did. I didn't answer his calls. I didn't want to hear more lies wrapped in soft words. He showed up at our door 1 week later. I didn't open it. He left a note. It said, "I never stopped loving you. I just got lost." But if you really love someone, you don't lose them like keys. You hold them like breath. One night, after Amelia fell asleep, I stood in our backyard and looked up at the stars. I whispered to the sky, "Why wasn't I enough?" Then I cried. Not because I missed him, but because I missed who I thought he was. I wasn't just losing him. I was losing the version of me that believed in him. That was the real grief. It's been 7 months now. I sleep on one side of the bed and don't look at the empty space beside me. I'm learning how to cook just for me and Amelia. I burn things. I laugh at the smoke. I've started writing letters I never send. To him. To myself. To the girl I used to be before all of this. Sometimes I read them out loud. It helps. I'm not okay every day. But I'm not broken either. I'm just healing. One small truth at a time. And if you've ever been lied to like this, I want to say, you didn't deserve it. You didn't imagine it. And you will stand again. If this story touched something inside you, please comment. Share it with someone who understands quiet pain. And thank you for listening to my heart. Where are you listening from?